Hello everybody and welcome back to our next episode of All the Mods 10 to the Sky. This is episode 3 and we are still in chapter 2 of the quest book. Did not get a lot done last time, but I have a plan for this time. We are going to get automation done on the flux hammer and the flux sieve. And then we're going to dip our toes into AE2 to get these growth acceleration crystals, or crystal growth accelerators, and to boost our G-ores and possibly get a couple more G-ores put down. And then if I get that done rather quickly, we can maybe dip back into mechanism to try and get our G-ores auto-processing. But that might be something we go into not mechanism for, but into what is the mod called? Oritech. We might go into Oritech for that. But the first step to doing all of that is to set up more power. So the first thing I did this between streams and between episodes, is I tore out my little power setup that was a little janky right here. I have it all in my inventory, and I'm going to triple my lava output using 3 superheating elements and 3 porcelain crucibles, and I increased my energy throughput by making some basic universal cables so that I can not just have everything lined up block to block. So I also smelted up some silicon just in case. I don't remember if I need that, but that's the only use I currently had for Certus quartz dust. To get into AE2, I'm going to need Certus quartz, but that means I need to sieve sand, which means I will probably want to get my flux stuff up and running before I do any of that. What I'm going to do first is actually take everything out of these other chests and dump them in here so that I don't need to run between chests anymore at all. Let me use this chest real fast to dump all the stuff out of my inventory, because I will want all of this stuff. I don't want to lose it in the swapping of all of this over. Let me throw this all in here. I am so glad I don't have to worry about organization anymore. Getting this basic system set up was for the best. Once I get a little farther into AE2, I'll be able to work on making that system. It's a little harder to set up and balance, but it's a lot easier to do anything with, and it allows me to set up auto-crafting. And auto-crafting is an extremely helpful thing. And I will want it at some point. I don't need it immediately, which is why I'm not focusing so hard into AE2. Alrighty. So, first thing I want to do is grab a stone that looks good and a chisel. Grab my chisel from Chipped. And I want to grab a block that I have lots of. I have lots of gravel, but I'll need that in just a second. Let's see. Doesn't look like I have an insane amount of any specific block, so I will just grab 2 stacks of wood, I guess, and then open up the chisel, and I want, let's see, I want a good looking block. So that I can build this little base out of. I'm just going to make a little platform to set up my power on, and then I might jump to flux in a little bit, just so that I can get that set up so I don't have to worry about universal cables at all. I like the framed oak. I'm going to go with framed oak. I do need to make at least one section of it out of cobblestone, because I do have to put down a block of lava. I'll go with the brick lined. It is becoming night, so we will do that in the morning. Once I get this all set up, I shouldn't need to sieve manually anymore, but it might be nice to have a manual setup still for a little bit anyway. And I do want to get from sophisticated storage. I am hitting the wrong key. Sophisticated storage. I want a basic stack upgrade. Grab some more wood out of this chest, because all of these upgrades use iron. I could do a copper one. I do have enough copper for that. Okay, we'll stick with copper for now. I shouldn't need any more than that. And then I want to find a chest. I think I just have regular oak. We'll grab a chest, I guess. It needs to be a sophisticated chest, which means it needs to be a redstone torch. Okay. I do need 2 of these. I'm just running out of items left and right, apparently. Okay. And I want... Can I go straight up to iron? I can. So I want 2 iron chests. And let me craft these flux sieves. I do have a little bit of iron. I don't have an insane amount. I'm down to 50. So hopefully I have enough for everything that I need. I'm thinking I have everything I need to make 1 flux hammer and 1 flux sieve, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I definitely do not have enough iron to make 2 hammers, or 2 of these setups, because I would need 1 for sand, and I would need 1 for dust, and I do need 1 for gravel. Eventually I'll have 1 for netherrack, endstone, blackstone, sand, dust, and gravel. But for right now, just gravel will be enough, because then I can get iron. And iron is my most important resource at the moment, because that is what's barring me from upgrading pretty much everything. I need a lot of iron. I need a lot of gold. But the main reason that I'm going to be sifting gravel is because I can get diamonds and emeralds from it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to make a 6x6 platform. No particular reason why it's 6 by 6. It is just that that is what is the size of the center of my platform here. Actually, I'm going to make it 7 by 7 so that it's actually centered. I like a little bit of symmetry in my base. This little platform here is where my gravel setup is going to be. It is not going to stay pretty for very long. I'm actually going to make it another level up, in fact. And I'm going to make some stairs. They have to be unframed oak planks. Pull these back out. It won't let me shift-click them out of this system for some reason, so let me unchisel these planks real fast. I can re-chisel them when I make the floor. Okay. We'll re-chisel it for the... Where did it go? Framed. Okay. Okay, I cannot do it for the oak stairs. But what I'm going to do is all along here, I'm going to put stairs. I'm going to put a second layer of blocks here. And that is to allow me to more easily thread my cables and stuff under this flooring, so that it is not quite so ugly. So we want this chest right here at the end. And then the sieve is going to go into this chest. I believe it pulls from the bottom. So it actually needs to go here. Maybe the quest will tell us. I don't know if I read these quests. The flux hammer will automatically hammer items. It won't use durability, but rather it will use energy. We will need an inventory behind the machine, the side that is open. The wheel will be on the right side of the output side in order to automatically output. Then, once the blocks are put in, it will hammer them and send the new blocks into the inventory. We can also place a sieve behind it to automatically throw gravel into the sieve. The flux sieve needs a bunch of different requirements to work. First is energy. You can worry about that on your own. Second is an inventory beneath it. It can input any side, but it needs an inventory beneath it to output. Third is a mesh. The type of mesh will determine what items are obtained from sieving. Once you have everything automated, automate the block into the flux sieve, and it will put the resources into the inventory beneath it. So yes, it needs to be below. And then the flux hammer needs to be put the other way. I can't use this wrench to spin it. I do have a different wrench in my system. I don't know if the modern industrialization wrench can spin this block, but we will see. No. Okay. I just have to place it down a little better. The other thing that I am thinking about doing for this instead is to get a pipes upgrade. I don't have any redstone. I guess I used it all. That's surprising, but alright. This system is still killing animals, which is just fantastic, I guess. Yeah, so this janky setup is just gonna have to do for now. I can adjust it in just a little bit. I want to not have this just awkwardly sitting on top of the chest. I would should look a lot better. We are also going to put this stack upgrade in here. This allows 3 stacks of an item to sit in 1 inventory slot, and I put a bunch of extra slots in there. So hopefully we won't run out of space in this at all. And then I can get rid of this block here. And then we are actually going to put the energy cube right here. No, we aren't. Hold on. That is where a pipe needs to go. I forgot to grab more fluid pipes and item pipes, but they are just in here. I guess I have an odd number of each. And then I want this to go in on this side. And then power needs to be run down this side. Right at the end here, I want to put the cobblestone. Neither of these have a... this doesn't have a mesh in it, so it's not going to do anything at the moment. It might break down some cobblestone and throw the gravel in here, but because there's no power, it shouldn't. This is going too far forward. Right here is where I'm going to put the energy cube. I'm going to take another sleep. Just because I don't want mobs to spawn, and I haven't lit anything up. If I have time today, I will also get to building the mob farm, or start building the mob farm. And then, directly in front of this, I want to put the magmatic generator. Underneath this needs to be this block here. Actually, this is a little awkward. I should build this the other way around. So that instead of building from the front back, I'm building from the energy creation to the items. Let me destroy this chest as well. Hopefully nothing goes over the edge. Good. Okay. To start off, I need to build my cobblestone generator, which means I need this block, the lava, and the water. I want it to be over here in this corner. So the lava is going to be right here. The block is going to be right here. And then the water is going to be on the other side. And I'm just going to enclose this entirely in cobblestone. That is now generating cobblestone again. Or at least it should be. Yes, it's generating cobblestone. Okay. Now this, we are going to quickly block in the rear side of this entirely, so that it's just this block. This is going to be pulled forward into the porcelain crucibles, so I need my superheating blocks here. And then my porcelain crucibles on top of that. And then the item pipe into all 3. And pulling from the drawer. That will create my lava. The lava will then be ported directly into the magmatic generator, which is actually going to go on top here. The magmatic generator will generate the power. I did lose all of the stored power when I broke the block, but I wasn't really using it, and I have a full basic energy cube anyway. Now this is where I want to start building my automatic sieves. So from this, we are going to put the basic energy cube, and then out of the cube, we are going to put to either side. And then this is going to look really janky for quite a while, but just trust me. We're going to do this, and then this, and the storage cubes there. The energy cube might not be set to auto eject. It is. Set that to an output, set that to an input, that to an output. Now are these powered? They are! Great, fantastic. But this is not generating any power. This should be fine. Hopefully this is strong enough. Real quick, the sieve I want to put in there is the golden mesh. Can I upgrade my golden mesh? I can. And I do have just enough diamonds to do so. Or don't I? Huh. Apparently I'm short a couple diamonds. I thought that I had 5 of them. I did have 5, but I had to use 2 to make the hammer. I'm just being a little dumb right now. So this golden mesh is going to be our mesh of choice for now. And then we need to pull from this. Doesn't have to be connected here. Doesn't super matter if it is connected. It just doesn't serve a purpose connected. So I would prefer not to have super unnecessary attachments and such. Okay. And now we turn on the cobblestone pipe and throw a little bit of cobblestone in there ourselves. It should hammer it and then auto put it into the sieve. It says the machine is working. Oh, it is. Fantastic. It is taking a piece of gravel and sieving it, and I am getting items. It is not particularly fast, but it is now auto-processing everything. Or it just got really unlucky and only got 1 item in each of those last runs. Because now I've got tin, aluminum, and nickel in here. And a piece of crimsite. Okay. Stack upgrade. Okay. This is not particularly quick, but we can make some upgrades. Okay, it is keeping up. Is the power keeping up? Yes, it is. That is fantastic. The power will probably not keep up once I upgrade. The next quest is the upgrade. Both the flux sieve and hammer can have upgrades. These will increase how quickly they work and how many items they process. You can stack up to 3 of each. The more you have, the better they are. So if I make the gold upgrade, it increases the number of items processed from 1 to 2, but it increases the RF per tick from 8 to 16. And then the if I get 3 of the golden upgrades together, I can make the diamond upgrade, and that increases it to 16 items processed, which believe is double what 3 gold upgrades stacked on top of each other does. But it also increases the RF per tick by a load. So if I put 3 gold upgrades into one of them, it's producing 8 items and consuming 64 RF per tick. If I put 1 diamond upgrade, it's processing 16 items per tick, but taking 512 RF per tick. And it's also, I believe, it is double the processing time. So it does cut the time per process in half, but it more than doubles. It quadruples the RF per tick cost. And I would need that in both machines for it to be able to keep up. Because if I don't, then I have an overabundance. I am either not producing enough or not consuming fast enough. So I would need this in both machines, so that's 1024 RF per tick. And I don't think my magmatic generator can keep up with that. No, it produces 160 FE per tick. So, yeah, I might go up to 3 gold in each, because that will allow me to consume 128 RF per tick, which should keep up, but it also increases my processing time by a load. Yeah, let me look at gold upgrades. So I need cyan, terracotta, and green dye. Do I have anything that would allow me to make green dye? I can smelt cactus. Do I have any cactus? I do have some cactus. And then what would I need to make cyan terracotta? I need a piece of cyan dye. Which is green mixed with blue. So if I make 3 more green and 3 blue, that would be enough. That's the wrong chest. Need to throw it in that one. Whoops. And it's nighttime again. I am just running through these Minecraft days. At least this is not a 100-day challenge. I would not be able to confine myself to that kind of challenge. I take too long to think things over for that to work for me. I'm also going to need a bunch of glass. Do I have any sand? I have 19 sand and 1 compressed sand. We will throw the compressed sand and then the regular sand in there. And then blue dye is just lapis. And I just need 3 of that. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Apparently I already had a bunch of blue dye, but that's fine. It's not like I need the lapis right now. And 3 lapis isn't going to kill me even when I do need it. So cyan dye, or cyan terracotta. 1, 2, 3, 4. Need some more. 5. I'm just shy with the glass. But I did know that I would need more. 6. Okay. We are going to put 3 gold upgrades into either machine. Is our power still keeping up? It does look like it is. That is fantastic. It drops a little bit, and then it comes back up and refills before it drops again. So I will take that as a win. And now I've got a bunch of items in this chest. I'm going to immediately take the coal, because my furnace inside is running out of tiny coal pieces. And that is my main source of fuel in this furnace here. Okay. This does give me a couple blocks that I could hammer, and this gives me an extra iron mesh. The extra iron mesh I'm actually just going to throw in here. Because I did take that one earlier to grant myself the ability to sieve the gold to grab the mineral tree. I'm also going to throw my metallurgic infuser on the other side of this energy cube. Make sure that that's configured to an output. It is. The next thing I might do is look at upgrading my magmatic generator. It's not the best generator that I could use, but it is not the worst generator I could use. Look at that, it's already gotten me 2 diamonds. I could take these and the mesh out of here and upgrade it to a diamond tier mesh. We are going to go ahead and do that. Can I upgrade it to the next level? Next level is netherite. There's not an emerald mesh. I believe I do have enough emeralds if we did have an emerald mesh. But we unfortunately do not. That diamond mesh should get me a couple more items. So the diamond mesh with the gravel. I now have an increased chance of getting... I now have a 15% chance of getting iron ore. So, gold did give me a chance of getting raw gold, but it... and the gold ore chunks was at 15. Let's see. But... oh, this isn't even gravel. Hold on. Gravel. There we go. 14% chance for iron, 4% chance for diamond, 3% chance for emerald. With the diamond mesh, it's 15, 6, and 4. So my chances of getting the stuff that I need is increased. But it does look like I should start crushing deep slate, because that gives me a chance to get uranium ore. And with the uranium ore chunks, I can make the uranium ore, smelt it into uranium ingots. And I believe in the energizing orb, I can turn it into uraninite, and with the uraninite, I can make reactors, which would be a way better form of power than what I'm currently doing. Yeah, this starter one is 250 FE per tick, and if I just upgrade it to basic, it's generating 1,000 FE per tick. So a power generator would be the optimal thing for me to get, but this right here is already a working setup. Now I just need to get a bunch of sand to sieve in my iron meshes, because I need crystals. Specifically Certus quartz. In an iron mesh, it is a 6% chance. If I upgraded them all to gold, it would be a 7% chance. But also, I would increase the chance of finding raw gold and an armor trim. I would need the armor trims, because that's how I upgrade anything to netherite since 1.20, I think. So it might be a good idea to upgrade these all to gold. I have 9, so that's 36. So 36 pieces of gold. Do I have that? No. Why would I have that? I should have that much at least out here. Once I crush it over here, right in here, we will put the raw gold. I need to disable this drying basin. It is interrupting the flow of my work. Okay, Okay, it did double. Did it? From 4 to 6? I feel like that didn't double properly. I could be wrong, I could have misread how many I had before. I don't think so. Whatever. Not a big deal. It still gives me enough. And then we will throw all this in here. I just need 16 more pieces of gold in order to level all of these up to the gold level. And I should get more back than I put in, so it'll be fine. And then I just need a bunch of cobblestone. I should set up a second cobble gen, so that I don't have to keep running over here. I didn't count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, perfect. And then I can compress this. Except not in this table, it has to be over here. And someone in the comments did point out that I can compress that again and save the durability on my hammer. Sand. Alright. Let me grab my gold. Just a little bit longer. With that automated system with the diamond mesh, I should get enough diamonds to upgrade this furnace to diamond level before too much longer. Actually, how many diamonds have I gotten out here? 24! Upgrading this was the right decision. So I want a diamond upgrade. Let's see. Probably not gonna be able to find it just scrolling through here. Let me do diamond upgrade. Gold to diamond takes six diamonds. We will just go ahead and do that. Because if I can just take care of it right here and now, and not have to worry about it, it's now even faster. How much is gold to, or diamond to emerald? I'm missing a couple emeralds, but I know I have them out here. This upgrade is probably the best decision I ever made. Not having to constantly sit here and just sift through this all. Actually, why am I bothering to sift through it at all? I could just throw all this in my sieve out here. Because if this thing will just automatically just pump through this for me, just take out the gravel for a second. Let me just pull out these upgrades. If this will take care of it, and I don't have to worry about it, that is the best case scenario. Alright, I will just come back to this in a minute, I guess. Another day gone. Let me take a rest. Okay. I have a wandering trader, and I hate them so much. They are one of the most annoying mobs in the game. Alrighty. Let me start working on AE2. I know that the quest line wants me to have the Certus Quartz crystals before I get started, but I don't actually need to have the Certus Quartz to get started. Actually, I might. Let me work on building the charger. So I need a charger to charge the Certus quartz into charge Certus quartz. Okay. This needs to be sitting over here on the power. I'll just throw it right there. Eat some apples. I do need to rectify my food situation at some point, but that point is not right now. 8 Certus quartz. Okay. Gives me 5 charged. Now it wants me to make Fluix cranked growth accelerator, the most basic and cheap growth accelerator. But first, what are growth accelerators? Growth accelerators work by boosting any crops or crystals near them in growth. If wheat is adjacent to a powered growth accelerator, it will grow much faster. If a budding amethyst is adjacent to a powered growth accelerator, it will grow amethyst faster. The cranked growth accelerator doesn't use energy, instead it uses manual labor via cranks. Place a wooden crank on it, turn it with right click, and it will work. I might do that. Seems like a lot of work. Fluix is a very mysterious and useful material for AE2. We'll need quite a bit of it. To make it, we'll need some water and other items. Redstone dust, quartz, and charged Certus quartz. Toss all these items into the water, leave it for a second, and we'll get 2 Fluix crystal. I don't have redstone, which might be an issue. I will let this keep running, getting me more Certus quartz for now. I'm going to work on getting more of these built. Because if I can get one set up for sand and one set up for dust, then I will never have to worry about those 3 ever again, and that chest out there will just fill with the required goods. Let me take these 18 and throw them in this chest. Throw the diamonds and the charged Certus quartz in here. And then I need another ore hammer, because I want to double my iron when it comes out. Which should be right about now. Or not. Thought it was faster than that, but apparently I'm faster than it is. Okay. Oh, there's the rest of the gold I was looking for. No wonder I couldn't find it. Let's see. That should be all of it. 48. We'll do a stack and 32. Alrighty. I don't know why I did that. Yes, this furnace is way faster. I can also, I believe, upgrade this furnace to take power instead of coal. Iron furnace. Bum-ba-dum-ba-dum. This wireless heat receiver. This wireless heat transmitter. And I think this factory upgrade are the ones that I want. That should allow me to power it with power, and the factory upgrade should give it, I think, 3 slots instead of 1. But for right now, it may look like the furnace is using a lot more coal, but it's using exactly the same. It is just processing it a whole of a lot faster. I don't need the moss to be in here either. I can just throw this all into my system. Okay. let me get a second of these setups. Actually, I need 2 sieves. So we will make 2 sieves. Jeez, these hoppers. That's enough for 2 sieves, and then for sand, I need 2 hammers. Then for dust, I need 3 hammers. Okay. And I can't make the sieves. Let me make a oak sieve. I need oak planks. I should just jump straight to automating this. Need 2 more sieves. 2. Okay. Grab a bunch more iron. And I need a bunch of these hammers. So I need 1. Seriously. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I need a lot more than that. Okay, how many of these can I make? 2. So I can set up sand to go automatically. I want the string mesh, I want the iron mesh. Just need 2 of these. And can I upgrade them both to diamond? I can! That is amazing. So I now have enough flux hammers to automate sand. I should probably make a second cobblestone generator to power these, so that I'm not drawing from the cobblestone used to generate my power. Let's see. I also will need more cactus. Which means I will need a piece of sand. Is there still a piece of sand in here? There is a piece of sand in here. Fantastic. That is not what I wanted. I don't know why I did that. Okay. Now I know. Do not sort the inventory of the seed. Okay. So I want to take out this and start growing cactus instead. And now it is a generator. I need a bucket of water. Bloop. Okay. Stone block generator. Copper stone block generator. I need another bucket of water. And let me guess, the iron one I need, well, I need a bunch more iron, which I don't have quite yet. So the copper one will work. So I need this bucket and this bucket. I need some water. And I need some lava. Okay. We are going to temporarily let me put the sieve down. How do I want to go about this? I mean, I can do exactly the opposite of what I'm doing here. Put this guy here. And this guy here. And just make it really ugly for a minute. Put a mesh in here. And then just item pipe over. And make sure it's not connected right here. So these will really slowly do that. So let me take the cobblestone out. I can now put these upgrades back in here. Nice, got me a bunch of Certus quartz. And then I can actually just right here put this and do the same thing and put the lava right there. Then I just need to grab a drawer and hook it up to this system over here in exactly the same way. So we'll just pop that right there. Disconnect this one. Actually, we can just, instead of disconnecting it from anywhere, we can just connect it in. Now I have 2 of these producing cobblestone for everything that I need cobblestone produced for. Because this one still has 2,000 in it. Okay. That works. Okay. It's not working quickly, obviously, but I don't need it to work quickly. I can start working on getting... Yes, that is the other reason that I needed this. What does that come from again? Sand and a diamond mesh. Okay. All the modium comes from sand and blackstone. So setting up this sand, I will get all the modium nuggets and uraninite. So I don't need to go down the path of doing blackstone except for the ancient debris and the magma cream. But if I can get this up to a netherite mesh, all the modium nuggets are a 6% chance. So that would be great. I'm also getting black quartz from actually additions, which will allow me to build some machines that are incredibly helpful. Let me grab the rest of this iron and gold. And then the diamonds. So that I can get this all set up again. That I want to do another one that is dust. Boop, boop. Throw it in here. Throw this in here. Alrighty, throw this back in this chest so that it just accumulates more. Alright. I should work on getting more gold upgrades, which means I need more terracotta, and I need more cyan dye, which means I need more green dye. And that's why I set up this cactus over here. Let's smelt that down. Because I need a dust setup so that I can get redstone. What I'm thinking I'll do is... how many do I need? 3, 6, 9... my power is no longer able to keep up with these. So let me drop these down to 2. And then put 1 in here and 1 in here. I'm going to drop these all down to only 1 upgrade. That should allow my power to catch back up. It does. Fantastic. So I think the next thing that I should really focus on is upgrading my power before I work on upgrading to dust. And I'm thinking I'll use the exact same thing, but the 8x magmatic generator. This does mean that I need a bunch of redstone, but I can do that without too much trouble. Let me just run back here and grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Run back in here. Compress, compress. Okay. We will do some dust right now. Do some dust. No, I will smelt. Geez, sieve some dust right now to get as much redstone as I can. Can I compress dust? I can. That's nice. Alright. I would like to grab all this from outside real fast. And run back in here. Should have all my raw iron and gold. And then this is not going to be able to do all of this, but it will give me a head start. Didn't mean to do that, but it's fine. Ore hammer. Need another one. The reason I'm doing the copper ore hammers is it is just way cheaper than dealing with spending blocks of iron on an iron one. I'm almost out of coal again. This is a little frustrating, but I'm about to level it up to powered instead, because all I need for that is a bunch of redstone. So this should be fine. Just throw a bunch of coal pieces in these, and that will go. Is there anywhere... Yeah, I'm gonna steal this hopper here. And use the same corner to make a different setup. And I just need another chest. Chest. Okay. I believe I built a sink last time. I did! Woo, my memory is not failing me just yet. Okay. I don't know how I duplicated some dust, but that is fine. In here, we are going to auto-pull this. Now this fills up with water, and in here we are going to put half of our dust. The same comment that told me to double do my cobblestone also reminded me that I can compress dust, and I get compressed clay, which is an amazing comment. Reminded me of so many little things like that. And now I just need... If I use dust in here, what is my chance? 12? Regular dust, it's 10 in an iron, 12 in a gold. the difference between gold and diamond. I get 9, 10, 11, 12, 16 on a diamond. It's because gold doesn't give me any of the zirconium gems. Zirconium gems. But I also don't need those gems. So I might go with a gold mesh. Golden mesh. Like 7 of these. Let me just go down the line and make all of these. 2 more. 2 more. And 2. The gold meshes don't stack? I guess they do. Okay. This system's a little finicky and a little buggy, but it is fine. And now I will just sieve all of this to get as much redstone as I can. And then just huck it into my system and start building some stuff. Just gotta get through. We're still in the very slow beginning, actually. We are still in chapter 2. There's like 80 chapters or whatever. There's 3 main chapters and then all of the side mods chapters, and I'm going to complete as many as I can stand to do. Because some mods are just so mind-bogglingly slow and annoying. I will never complete a Botania mod section, because Botania is just boring as hell. But there's plenty of mods in this pack that are enjoyable, and I want to play with as many as I can. There's also a lot of mods I've never used before, or have used very little. It's one of the reasons I really enjoy playing all of the mods mod pack, is because there are so many mods that I am more than likely going to come across something that I've never used before. Okay. Only got 40 redstone out of that, but that should be enough to set up the automatic sieving process. Okay, I just need 2 more auto hammers, and I need more glass, and I need more iron. My iron is smelted, it's just in here. Okay. I just need more glass, which means I need more sand, which means I need more gravel. Okay. A lot of hammering, a lot of running back and forth, a lot of glass. It's fine. We're going to bam, bam. Okay. 2, and we just smelt these. And it is more efficient to smelt compressed sand. I did know that. Because the compressed sand will smelt as one item and smelt into a compressed block of glass, which I can then break down into non-compressed blocks of glass. Oh, I need to sleep the night away before mobs start spawning on my unlit up islands. I do have more cactus. I will smelt the cactus. I will turn the glass into panes. And I need 3 hammers. Woo! Alrighty. I am going to set this up in a very ugly way, temporarily. We are going to put this right here, extend this out by 1, and undo this. Take all the cobblestone out of it. These are full always. I can always use this. I'll need to compress it down anyway. Now this is my automatic dust setup instead of my automatic sand setup. So that should get me redstone, what is it? It's redstone, glowstone, Certus quartz, not crystals, Certus quartz dust, gunpowder, Xi crystals, whatever. That's what this should all do. Hopefully. Oh, this one is not upgraded. And it doesn't have power. That is why. We are going to move it. So that it has power. We will do it this way instead. Okay. Now it's an automatic dust setup. And it's hammering. Should be hammering 2 at a time. 2 sand. 2 dust. Glowstone is in here. This is fantastic. Now I just need to find space to set up a third one. But first comes power generation. So I need 8 of these. Let me just throw these in here. 8 of these. And then need to make as many of these as I can. Let's see. 1. I am completely out of gold and redstone. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm completely out of redstone again. But I am not out of options. Because once again, all of the redstone is just being made in here. And it is slow and tedious, but what I am going to do is turn off the power to these 2, take out their upgrades, and I'm going to speed up this first one, and this last one. And then I'm going to go make some more of them. I just need the gold. Let me work on doubling this. Let that go for a minute. And then I need those gold upgrades again. I'm just gonna flag them there. I can make 2. That allows me to upgrade the next 2. That is not what I wanted. And my power should be struggling a little bit now. Probably. Just a teeny bit. But that should double my redstone production and output. Yes. Okay. Now, what did I run out of to make more of these? It's the cyan terracotta. That's just regular terracotta. That is why I come over here and grab the clay. Can I smelt the clay straight into terracotta? I cannot. So I need to break it down and make just all of it into terracotta. I'm sure I'm going to need a lot of it. Okay. And then glass. Break down my 11 glass into 99 glass. Magic! And now I'm out of terracotta again. Throw that in here. Now I'm out of gold. And that's when I come over here, grab the gold, double it again with the ore hammer. And then throw that in here. I think I have enough terracotta. Let me start smelting the gold over here in my slower furnace. It may be slow, but it's still faster than a regular furnace. And we'll see which one finishes first. I think it's going to be the clay. My guess is we go through all of the clay before we even finish 5 of the gold. But waiting, I'm a very patient person. Well, kind of. I jump all over the place when I'm waiting for something in Minecraft. But patience does exist. I do have a patient bone in my body. Okay, that's enough for 1, 2, 3. So I need 5 more. No, hold on. 8 more. Because this now has 3. This now has 3. Oh, not quite. Let me level all these up to 3. So I need 9 more. Not too difficult. Not the easiest thing either, but not too difficult. Out of green. Throw the green in here. Always gotta be out of something. So this should smelt that relatively quickly. And that should be... Okay, there's the rest of the gold. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I have 3. Out of terracotta. Now I'm out of cyan. Okay. There we go. Now I have enough gold upgrades to level everything for all of my setups up. Now then, I need redstone, because in order to do this, I need to level up my power, but also I need to level up the pipe. So pipes upgrade, tier 1, and an improved pipes upgrade. I can't quite get it to the advanced pipe upgrade, but this should be able to pull out of the sieve relatively quickly. Now I just need a bunch of redstone blocks. I need more gold again. I'm not producing gold. I forgot about that. Let me... I know it's struggling, but let me hook these back up at speed of 3. And it may not be able to keep up with the power for now, but very shortly it should be able to. I just need a little bit more gold. I also need a diamond gear, so I'll just make that now. I'm going to quadruple this just to make sure that I have enough gold to make one more magmatic generator, because I believe I have enough redstone. Yeah, I've got the one redstone block. I just need gold. 6. More hammer. Gold dust. Smelt that. While that is smelting, I come over here and I grab this. And it is going to kill all of my power entirely. But it is fine, because I will be coming back over here, making one more magmatic generator, and making a magmatic generator 8x. Now, let us see what my power generation looks like now. If I can position it properly. Am I keeping up? I am. I am even catching up. I might get one more basic magmatic generator just to help cover just that little bit extra. Actually might need to throw another stack upgrade in here. Or upgrade these chests to gold. I might have enough iron to level it up another bit. Okay. Oh, and these are grown. I have 12! 12! Woo! Took so long. I really need to get it into AE2, but I'm so focused on getting that entire setup just automated and taken care of so I don't have to think about it anymore. I need more basic universal cables. Okay. I thought I'd run out of steel before I ran out of redstone. But not entirely unsurprising that I ran out of redstone. So now I am going to put this right here. Put the sieve on top like this. Put a piece of cobblestone. Flux hammer, flux hammer. Put the mesh and the 3 upgrades. And then put this in there. That should now fill up with cobblestone. And now I just need to run power to it. I'm going to make this even uglier. I'm going to remove the charger, run the power cable under this, put those power right there, And then I should be able to pull from this side right here. Put an improved 16 items every 10 ticks. How is that looking? Gravel in here to sand, sand in here. Missing inventory on output side. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do something even uglier and work it around like this. Get rid of this cable right here. Get rid of this right here. Put a barrel right there. I have plenty of those. Or was it a crate? Yeah, dark oak crate. Put this on the underside so that it will export. And then from in this crate, pop it out with an improved pipe upgrade. Okay. This is an iron chest. Let me grab a bunch of gold. Alrighty. So, the question is my power still keeping up? Yes, it is. This magmatic generator is amazing. And my lava's keeping up? This is not going to run my base forever, but it should be able to run just this setup. My cobblestone should be keeping up. My lava's keeping up. My power is keeping up. And my storage is keeping up. Okay. Need to grab some apples. Now that I have all of that automated, I'm going to smelt the gold and unsmelt the iron. I'm not going to double it again with the ore hammer because it's kind of a waste of time at this point at this point in time. It is a waste of resources. Just grabbing a drink of water real fast. And then I need more redstone. Okay. So that I can get working on these augments. Factory augment I have now. Wireless. Oh, I need nether quartz. Get that from receiving soul sand. The diamond mesh, it's a 19% chance. We'll just level this guy up real fast. Put this in the corner. Just hoping to get one piece of nether quartz? Nope. Okay. Is there any other way of getting nether quartz? I can smelt a quartz geode shard. I need 2 pieces of nether quartz. get it from crushed netherrack. I do have a more reliable source of netherrack, right? Oh yeah, let me just quickly set up a netherrack generator, because that would be a better use of my time right now than... I already have 3, I just need 2, so let me grab 2 buckets of water. Let me get the generator. One of these. One of these. And then the drawer. And netherrack. Now I just need 2 buckets of lava. I have 1. I just need to grab another from my infinite lava that is being generated over here. Boop. More boopage. We'll dig 2 blocks down. Netherrack. Block generator. Lava. Lava? Drawer. Okay. That works. Don't have to worry about that anymore. And then I do have a chance of getting it from the gold mesh, so I will just grab a bunch of netherrack, compress it. Compressed. Gives me crushed netherrack. Alrighty. So, let me just sieve all this. Hope to get 2 pieces of nether quartz. Woo! I got at least 1. Got the quest complete for it. And a bunch of blackstone pebbles. I got 8 pieces. That's great. Also don't need all this cobblestone in my inventory. Now I can make these. I need stone. Let me grab... I just need 1 piece of stone currently. So we will just throw that in there. Let me grab 2 buckets of lava and 2 buckets of water. And I will just make a stone generator. These generator blocks are incredibly useful. Stone, copper, and then to get stone generated, I need water and lava and a block of stone. So, really easy. I just need another drawer. And I can actually go just next to this one. Place down a block of stone, stone block generator, this guy, and this. It's consumed? That is frustrating. Source block is consumed. Well, that is annoying. Guess I'm not doing that. I'm just going to throw a bunch of cobble in my furnace. I thought it would be easier to just make a stone generator, but apparently not. A little frustrating, but I can make another. I can make one later because I can get a block placer and use this sink because the sink is infinite water, 2.14 millibuckets or million buckets, I think. I just need 6 pieces of stone right now because I just need 2 of these. That allows me to get this. I need a block of redstone. Wireless heat transfer. Wireless heat receiver. Okay. Let me go put this on my power. Boom. Touch this in here. It is now bound to it. I will now run in here. Open my augments. Throw the factory augment and the wireless heat thing, or not. Take this out. Wireless heat. Cobblestone. Can I now put this in here? No. Okay, not a factory augment. That's fine. Now it runs off of power instead of coal. It is not much of a save, but it is one nonetheless. I will now throw all of this in here and not worry about a single thing. Alrighty. Let's see. I still need to get into AE2. But I think it's okay for now. I guess let me make some fluix. Redstone. Oh, I need more quartz. Guess I'm making an automated that thing. Netherrack. Let me upgrade this chest to gold. Gold upgrade. Iron to gold. Why is the basic to gold? Oh, okay. Iron to gold requires a redstone torch. Iron to gold, I need 2 of them. And then let me bop even more space. And then let me look at the stack upgrades and see how many tiers I can get. So, iron from copper just requires a block of iron and 4 iron. Okay, and then from iron to gold requires 2 blocks of gold. And how many pieces? 6 pieces of gold. Well, I don't have 6 pieces of gold. But I can get 6 pieces of gold very easily. Let me just take all this out of here. Bam. Bam. Get some gold. Throw that in there. Okay. Now, hopefully this chest has enough space in it to fit all of this. Apparently not. So I'm just going to make another one, because that's just easier. So, I don't have any copper. Are you serious? Can I jump straight to iron? Need one more block of iron and I can do that? And we're going to do that. Basic, stack, iron, gold. What is it for the diamond? 2 blocks of diamond and some diamonds. Do I have enough for that? No. Well, I might. Definitely do. I'm gonna level it all the way up to diamond level. Just because I can, and I don't want to have to worry about this ever again. There. Now everything fits. And it will fit forever because it can now fit 19 stacks in a single square. I get 9 of the netherite ones. I can fit an infinite number of stacks. I wonder what other stacks, upgrades I can get. Sophisticated storage. Upgrades, and then there's downgrades. I don't need any of the downgrades. I can get a compacting one. That might be really useful. And a smelting one? I'm gonna take this one out. And I'm gonna get compacting and smelting. And it will automatically do all that for me? That might be really good. I don't need the upgraded one. It means I won't be doubling my ores. So yeah, it might not be worth it then. Okay, I can't actually craft those. That'd be insane. Let's see. Any other upgrades might be worth it? It says smelting in an upgrade tab, and I'm wondering if that means it now has a furnace in it and doesn't automatically smelt. Auto smelting would be insane, but this compacting should be really good. What do I need for it? Okay, I need another upgrade base. I need 3 more pistons. And I have it. Okay. Let us see magic. Bam. I can only compact 9 things. Well, let me have it auto do the iron, the gold, let me close and then open? Well, it just made lapis bricks, which is not what I wanted. So this compacting upgrade does not help me, unfortunately. And can I undo lapis bricks? I can. Okay. That is unfortunate, but not all that bad. Got all the modium nuggets. I can make 4 all the modium ingots. Was that in chapter 3? Yes, it was. Okay. All the modium is created from the nuggets. You'll need a 9-piece all the modium nuggets to make 1 ingot. The way you originally get the nuggets is from sieving. You'll need either a diamond mesh or netherite mesh, with netherite giving higher chances. And you can sieve crushed blackstone or sand, with blackstone having higher chances of dropping all the modium. Gives me 4 more nuggets at an XP level. Now we can craft our all the modium ingot, which will not do much on its own. We can smelt it in a foundry and pour it over ancient B to start automating all the modium. Or use a block of it to make an all the modium smithing template. Don't worry, after the first one, you can duplicate it with netherite ingots and deep slate. So we need another ingot. Okay. To get all of our all the modium gear, we'll need all the modium ingot, all the modium upgrade template, and netherite gear, or the mod's best gear like the Arcanist gear. Do I have to use the bees? Looks like it. There's not an all the modium. There is. Block of all the modium geor. All the modium geor shard. This whole block can be smelted to 1 nugget. So technically, I can automate it using the geor, which needs a 5x compressed block of sand and 9 blocks of all the modium. So that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. All the modium gear. It's not as good in this mod pack, unfortunately. So yeah, right here. It's only 4 armor, 5 armor toughness, and 50% knockback resistance. It seems really weak. And then, how do I upgrade it to the next tier? Like this? 6 and 9? I already have 8 and 3 on my chest plate. Why is this any good? Not even armor with netherite? Why not use all the modium? It is higher in every single statistic, and it's unbreakable. 24 armor points, 20 armor toughness, and 50% knockback resistant. Okay. So, unbreakable is a good reason to use it. In other mod packs I've played, Aldemodium is some of the best gear because each armor piece grants you an effect. But apparently not in this one. Interesting. What else can I use the ingots for? Infinity Cobbled Deep Slate, Infinity Magenta Dye, Infinity Pink Dye, Infinity Green Dye, Moss Blocks. These Infinity Cells are not even... Like, what? Huh? Is Aldemodium just useless in this one? What the hell? That's insane. It's like completely useless. I can make an Aldemodium gear and I can just turn it back into less Aldemodium than I started with. I can't even craft an Aldemodium bow? Or an Aldemodium mace? An Aldemodium mace I can at least craft. I can craft an Aldemodium pickaxe, which would be unbreakable and has a mining speed of 15. So that's okay. The sword is okay. 18 attack damage. 2.6 attack speed. That's pretty good. I don't understand why I would have to get into that. But let me just... Weird. Let me make some... fluorite. Because I will need it. Fluix, not fluorite. I already have fluorite. Fluix. Alright, I get more stuff. And the growth accelerator. Check out the cranked growth accelerator to learn how growth accelerators work in general. This one is more expensive. Now needing fluix and quartz to build. Instead of working off manual labor, this one will need energy, either from an ME system or its own energy source. Let me make a growth accelerator. I need quartz glass, a fluix block, and fluix ME cables. Okay. Growth accelerator. And then I don't remember the name of the item that I am actively looking for, which is not helpful. Not a wireless access terminal. This is the growth accelerator that I just made. Crystal resonance generator? Maybe? It's an item that powers it without the need for fuel. Yes. This thing. I need another block of fluix, which is fine. I need more charged Certus quartz, which should be in here. Yes. Yeah. I know, let me just throw this back in there. Just because I can. Not the growth accelerator. I need crystal resonance. I need copper. Apparently I don't have any. I don't know how that happened. I have so much out here. Okay, let me sleep the night away. Come back out. Grab some copper and gold. Start with the copper, then smelt some gold. I have run out of stamina. I need to fix my food issue, like, immediately, but, like, not immediately. If that makes any sense. It is a priority, it's just not the #1 priority. Okay. Crystal resonance generator. Now, I should be able to put this right here, and this on top. Okay. I don't know if that's much faster. Okay, it's a little faster. Apparently I just needed to open my big mouth and it just goes a lot faster. So yeah, this is the first step in automating this entire system. Next is this one. Directional growth accelerators use the same recipe as boosted growth accelerators, just replace the annihilation core with a formation core. Formation cores need Certus crystals, Fluix dust, and a logic processor. The directional growth accelerator works different from the other growth accelerators by how they grow. Instead of growing crystals in each direction available from the budding crystals, it will only grow in one set direction. We can set the direction in the directional growth accelerator with an item called a direction modifier. Just right-click the growth accelerator with it to change the direction. These growth accelerators are the fastest and best for auto farms. So I will be working my way up to this. It needs a formation core, acceleration cards, and netherite. So I do not have the ability to craft that just yet. The boosted growth accelerator works exactly like a growth accelerator, just even faster. Let's focus on how to craft it then. Fluix pearls are just Fluix crystals, Fluix dust, and an ender pearl. Annihilation core is quartz, Fluix dust, and a logic processor. Acceleration cards are upgrades presented in AE2. We make them with advanced cards. Those need calculation processes. So I could use this. It's not much cheaper, so I'm probably just going to go with the directional one. And then that requires the inscriber, iron plates to work my way through that whole thing. So that is something we will get to eventually, but not super high on my priorities because I only currently have iron gears. I want to eventually get to the point that I have an auto farm, auto mining, all that. But first I need to figure out where I'd put that. I need to set up a better area than this. Because right now, this is not getting me much of anything. Like, I've got a lot of items in here, but it's not all stuff I need. So I will set up a way to automatically do blackstone, because that, I believe, gets me netherite. So, let's see. Just, where's regular blackstone? Crushed blackstone, that works. So yeah, if I sieve it with a diamond mesh, that gets me a 6% chance of ancient debris and a 4% chance of all the modium nuggets. So if I can get this auto processing, I can't set up a processor for it. But I can bulk haunt. That might be worth it. Let's see. So I'll either go mystical agriculture or bulk haunting and set up a little create thing to create blackstone. I can make an Emmy Infinity Blackstone cell with, 531,441 blackstone and all the modium, a vibranium, and an unobtainium. Because I'm sure I'm close to that. I might have to get into productive bees. Ugh. I am not a fan of the productive bees. So, the vibranium bee requires an egg and a vibranium honey treat. Okay. Or pouring vibranium over an aluminium bee spawn egg. I don't know. We'll get into bees eventually, and I know I will have to, but that is not my highest priority right now. So... yeah, let's... yeah, I don't know. We will see. I don't know where I want to go from here. I still need to go a little farther into AE2. I didn't get very far into it today. I mostly focused on automation. But I did upgrade my energy, and I set up automation for this entirety. And my power is golden. Alrighty. I might upgrade to diamond upgrades. Ooh, that'll be something for next time. So, I am done for the day. That's the end of this episode. Thank you all for watching. And if you feel like it, like, comment, subscribe. I don't require that, but it does help the channel out. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.